Here's looking at you, kid. My Italian roast with cream and raw sugar. Nothing finer and hot. Now, this is Velma Hagar. I have Miss Pippa today on my shoulder. And notice that I decided I was going to do this video in my breakfast room. I thought, you must be tired of seeing the same old image in there. And I got a beautiful breakfast room, and I decided I was going to sit in my chair at my table and do my video from here, because here Pippa can sit on my shoulder. If I go in there, Guido won't let her, because Guido can get up on the sofa and he'll chase her. So anyway, here we are. I'm with Pippa this morning. Look at her. She's such a brat. She doesn't want off. Sometimes, look at her. She wants to stay on my shoulder. Sometimes she gets right on my head. Get up here. You know what? I'm the boss of you. You're not going to show yourself like that to these people. You stop that nonsense. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. I am the boss. All right. Now you can get back up there. You got to let her know who's boss. Okay. I wanted to do a little thing this morning. This morning on our MOVO meeting, we had a question. I don't get to participate, but I get to listen. And the question was, what was something you heard in life that's really helped you? And I loved the answers to that, And so one of the fellows said, if you love life, life will love you. And I thought, what a great topic. Because honestly, life is like, it's a balance of stuff. It's like you got the bad over here and you got the good over here. And sometimes it goes like this, in both directions. And then sometimes it just balances out. And there was always a saying that said, when joy is with you, sorrow is asleep upon your bed, and it's kind of true, that things come and go. But when you choose to just love life anyway, even in the midst of what is happening, there's always something going on that you could sit around and whine about. Always. You can focus on all that junk out there. There's tons of it out there. And every once in a while I catch myself focusing on something and going, you know what? Get your eyes off of that. Put your eyes back on what God says. And stay with what He says for you. And choose to see the beauty. I know I keep hammering this home, but I think now it's more important than ever. The trash on Facebook. Oh my God, the fighting on Facebook. I unfriended a good Christian man the other day. He attacked me, and I didn't even put anything. I never blast. I don't blast. I may brag about Trump, and I may say what's happening, but I never say, so-and-so is this, and he raped all those women, and I don't say stuff like that. First of all, stuff like that is hearsay. I don't care, he goes, Google it and find out. Well, I go, Google what? Google tells lies too. Snopes is left leading. You can't trust any of them anymore. All you can do is not gossip, not pass trash around unless you saw it with your own eyes or you got it from the source itself. Be careful. But anyway, that isn't what I wanted to talk about. I unfriended him. I decided that, we are not going to fight. There are people, they have their opinion. I have my opinion. It's okay. It's all right. And if it gets too divided, unfriend them or block them. Stay away from them. Don't listen to them. It's so uncalled for when you give an opinion and someone has to come on there and decide they're going to tell you why your opinion is wrong. An opinion is just that, an opinion. Let me just see what Google says about an opinion. Look at Google now. Define the word opinion.
A view or judgment formed about something, not necessarily based on fact or knowledge.
A view or judgment.
Would you like to hear the remaining one?
No. A view or judgment. Oh, look at that. You took it away. That dork. Anyway, a view or judgment based on your ideas rather than on fact. That's an opinion. Okay? And we all have a right to them. And so, choose to stay peaceful. We're called to a life of peace. We're not called to bicker and fight and look at ugly stuff. And so, I want to get back to my little statement. If you love life, life will love you. I love life. Do you love life? I do. I love it. I'm telling you. And until the day I go home to be with the Lord, I'm going to continue to love it. I'm gonna make myself look at all the good stuff. I don't care how old I get or how soon I die, or I mean, even if you're sick, doggone it. When my Phil was laying in the bed dying, he still gave us humor. He still said funny remarks to us to make us laugh. Even if he's dying, you just continue right to the end. And as you see life, it's what's gonna happen inside of you. It's how you're gonna be. You like that? I liked it. My friend Charles from Movocash, he's not a developer, but he's very close with the team on Movocash, and he's the one that gave that out this morning, and I thought it was beautiful. So I wrote a blog on it too, and I thought, well, you know what? I'll just do that this morning. Look at her. She's thinking about flying. If she flies, I'll have to go get her because then Guido goes after her. He never hurts her, but of course he chases her. A dog has to chase a loose bird. I mean, it's just the way it is, right? I mean, it would actually be horrible to see a dog that didn't chase a bird that was loose. So, and then when he catches her, she goes like a dragon, and he kind of stops. It's all, the chase is way better than the kill. He's not after her to hurt her. He's after her to prove he can get her. And she gets in places he can't get to. So, and I do love her. She's adorable. And I think I told you the story about her being on my shoulder and me opening the champagne bottle. And she was up here like this. And you saw how she gets mad. See, watch, look. See? No, she's being good right now. She's not. She usually screams at me because, see, she doesn't want off of my shoulder. But sometimes she goes after me like, and so I had her on my shoulder and I opened the champagne bottle and the cork flew out and knocked her off my shoulder. And I could not quit laughing. I mean, she was furious. And whether you know it or not, birds have a wild little temper. I mean, she's got a wild temper, and she can be meaner than a rattlesnake. She doesn't ever hurt, but she hisses and, she tells me off sometimes, just screams at me, and I say to her, you're gonna have a heart attack if you keep that up. She'll just scream like if I put her away. And anyway, so I knock her off. I get her up and I'm laughing and she's just screaming at me and just shaking. She's so mad she would have killed me if she would have been a dragon. And it was so funny. But anyway, I do get a kick out of her. She's got a personality, and she goes in her cage at night. I leave her on top of the cage, and then she stays up there all day. And when she's done, she goes back in her cage. She pulls the door shut with her beak like, I mean, I'm done now. You guys stay out of my way. I mean, we go, well, all right, I guess you're done for the night. So anyway, this wasn't about the bird, but I just thought I would give you a little bit about her. She's 6 years old. The oldest that one has ever lived is 31. Their average age is around 15 to 17, just so you guys don't have to ask me all those questions later. No, she doesn't talk because she's a female. Usually the females don't talk. She can say hello, and she talks all right, but she says a bunch of words I don't understand, and I think if I understood them, I would wash her mouth out with soap. But anyway, the males talk, the females don't usually, and she does lay eggs, even though they're not fertilized, and then she sits on them, and it's real sad when she does it. She wants to be a mother in the worst way. But there you got a little thing on birds, along with, as long as you enjoy your life, life is going to be good. The moment you start looking at the ugly things in life, your life is going to be in the toilet.